Now here I am on top of the electric hot water heater on the inside. This is how I control the functions of the electric hot water heater during the times when there is not enough sun to produce solar hot water, and monitor how much power it uses. Now the first thing I'm going to cover is the control part. I use the X10 home automation system. Now I originally bought this system from Radio Shack, but it can be found on just about any website if one goes searching. And the one thing I like about this system is it allows me to control the electric water heater from virtually anywhere in the house, which otherwise would make the switching the electric water heater on and off quite a chore. Now the way that it works is I have this clock here. It looks like a normal alarm clock, but it's not. It allows me to control virtually anything in the house that's remote control, where I have a remote control device on the other side, like a wall switch, or they make outlets that switch, and then they make switches for lamps and little controllers like what I'm using here in this video. And then up here, this is the remote controller that's on the other side of this. I mean, I've got it plugged, the clock's plugged in right here, right now. But and the controller that actually controls switching of the water heater is right here. And this is another controller that's actually running a light that's lighting up this whole project. So let me show you how it works. I'm going to control this light right now, just so you guys can see how it works. And let me turn it off. There, it's off. And see, it can go on, off, and it can also dim if it's a light. It won't do it for the water heater, but it can dim. Now I'm going to demonstrate to you how it actually controls the water heater. And see, what it does is it's going to send a signal to this controller right here. That's a little mini controller, which when it turns on, the power is going to leave out of here, and it's going to go into this contactor. This contactor is actually what switches the electric water heater on and off. So let me unplug this contactor from here real quick. That way you can hear when it operates. So here we go. And you should hear it click on the inside. There it's on. There it's off. And see another feature. See, it's back on now. But another feature it has is I can hit one button and everything in the house that's remote control will turn off. Now I can hit the all on button, but the only thing that will turn on is lamps. And see, this is an appliance controller, so it will not turn on with the lights. And now I'm also controlling every other light in the house that's remote control, but that's alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn everything off. I'm going to plug in the water heater controller to this little remote controller. I'll turn the light on. Now, it might be hard to see, but now I'm going to turn the water heater on. So here we go. There it is. The water heater now is working. And to show you, it working, and actually, let's see it. Let me turn this light off. Maybe you'll be able to see it better. Okay, now I'm going to turn the electric water heater on, and you should be able to see that second hand. It's right there. You should see it start to turn. And that is how I monitor the power usage. Now this is how I monitor how much electricity the electric water heater uses. And this is a clock that I got a long time ago, and it actually it's one of those clocks they used to control a VCR when VCRs first came out. And yeah, I do remember that when they first came out. And This clock does no switching right now. All it does is monitor power usage. But I use this dial to monitor my power usage up to 12 hours. And then I use this dial to monitor my power usage up to uh, 24 hours. And if I keep track of the rotations, once I pass the 24-hour mark, then I can keep on counting up to 35 hours, which is what it shows right now. And the way this clock is able to do this is it is hooked directly to the water heating element itself. That way, the only time this clock turns is when the water heater is turned on and it's actually heating water. So this is how I monitor how much power the electric water heater uses. So what I do on a normal day during the down season like it is now is I set this clock to turn the electric water heater on for 1.5 hours each morning, and it takes 1.5 hours for this water heater to heat up completely and turn off. Here I am in my bathroom, and this is actually where I keep the clock all the time. And like I was mentioning before, all I do is I program it in the wintertime, and it turns the water heater on and off whenever I want it to do. And all I do is set the time and go. And during the summertime, when the solar water heater starts working again, which it will in February, which ain't but a couple months away, but then all I do is cancel the program. And then whenever I finish a day and I see I've not had enough solar hot water, I just come in here, push a button, and turn it on. So let me turn it on real quick, and hopefully you can hear it. It just turned on. And it just turned back off. So this is how I control the electric hot water heater during the wintertime, or when there's not enough sun.